Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today in this video I'll discuss with you writing task 1, and the question for today is: the pie charts above show household spending patterns in two countries between 1980 and 2008. So we are given two countries, UK and New Zealand, and their spending pattern is given like the blue one is representing food and drink, the spending or the expenditure on food and drink. Then utility bills is represented by this dash or brown color. The yellow one is representing the expenditure on transport in the year 1980 and 2008. The non-shaded one is representing for the leisure activities, and for others the red one is representing for others. So what we can see, like UK spending was higher on the leisure activities, like for recreational activities. For leisure, 27% expenditure, and then 34% expenditure in 2008. And New Zealand's expenditure was higher on food and drink in the year 1980, which increased to utility bills in the year 2008, 31%, right? And one more thing which is similar, like in UK and New Zealand, the expenditure on other, like 9% in 1980 and 11% in 2008. 9% in 1980 and 11% in the year 2000. It was similar. So let's see how we can write this now. So the rendered pie charts means the given pie graphs depict the expenditure of New Zealand and UK on several items between 1980 and 2008. Overall, the UK invested most of the money in recreational activities in both years, while New Zealand spent more money on food and drink, which converted to utility bills in 2008. So we have discussed that the UK spending was higher on leisure activities and New Zealand spending was high in the year 1980 in for food and drink here, but it converted to utility bills in the year 2008. Explicitly, in 1980, people in United Kingdom liked leisure the most. Splurging means they spent 27% on it. So 27% they have spent in the year 1980, and which increased to 34%, which grew to 34% after 28 years. While expenses in New Zealand were nearly identical in both years at 18% and 17%. So for leisure, New Zealand spending was 18% and 17%. So that's why we are writing they were identical or nearly identical. Likewise, in 1980, the United Kingdom allocated 15% on its transportation budget, while New Zealand spent 17%. So similarly, if we see, like here, 15% UK spending was on transportation and New Zealand spending was 17% on this. In 2008, however, the ratio for both countries dropped by 1%. Dropped by 1% means it reached to 14% and it reached to 16%. So let's have a check here, from 15 to 14%, 17 to 16%. So the decrease was of 1% for both the nations. Surprisingly, both countries' budgets on others were identical at 9% in 1980 and 11% in 2008. So we can see here, as we have already discussed, that for others the spending of both the nation was similar, 9% in 1980 and 11% in 2008 for other. In 1980, New Zealand NZ citizens spent 29% on food and drink compared to a quarter of its income in 2000. So a quarter means 25%. So it was 29% on food and drink as compared to quarter in the year 2008. However, expenditure by the people of United Kingdom was 23%, which fell by 1%. Okay, so it fell by 10%, not 1%. So here we can see the expenditure on food and drink was 23%, at 13% on food and drink. In 1980, utility bill spending in United Kingdom and New Zealand was 26% and 27% respectively, and it surged to 28% and 31% in 2008. So it was 26% and 27% on utility bills, which increased by 2% in UK and 4% in New Zealand. So reached to 28% and 31%. So this was for today. If you like the video, do hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.